Ferris with the resub for 20 months at the dojo. Ferris, appreciate that resub. You were close. You're close to your black belt. Alex, you said you're good? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love to hear that. Hope you had a great week so far, everybody. All right, we are about ready to rock and roll. About ready to rock and roll. I just gotta go live on TikTok and then I am locked in and ready. Green Cat, welcome in. How we doing over on YouTube? Good to see you. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen everybody, but I think it's only been, hasn't even been a week, or has it been a week on the money? Maybe it's been just a week. We're doing Melania today. We did get Radon. Welcome on in, Connor. It's been since Tuesday, but that was kind of like a weird thing where I wasn't really plugged in with chat, right? Kaba, welcome in, How we doing? Good to see you in here. Because I didn't have YouTube and I didn't have TikTok and everything going, so there's also just a little bit different of a week. We have a lot of people subbed, which I love to see. We've got like 800 and something subs at the dojo right now. Hello, Tenacity. Hello. Different vibe completely, for sure, different vibe. Yes. So if I do exclamation rank, that will show our current top 5 of the month. So in 5th place is Elric, in 4th place is Metal, in 3rd place is Desh, 2nd place is Hydra, and in 1st place is Ton. So if you want to check the top 5, do exclamation point rank. If you want to see how many dojo points you have specifically, you go exclamation dojo points, and you can see I'm getting my ass kicked with only a whopping 290 dojo points. That is how you can check it out. Sensei, I beat Melanie. I love that. Melania for the first time with claws. It took so long. Good to see you. Good luck to you, Sensei. You got this. Thank you, Pastor, and congratulations. Scaboni, welcome in. Doesn't it feel like it's been a while? Char, welcome in. Char, how we doing? Good to see you in here. So that is how that works. So if you want to see how many dojo points you have, pull that. If you're wondering why don't I have dojo points, pull the redeem and you'll get some. If you really want to get dojo points, you're going to want to be here for dojo mini games. We will run the first mini game in 27 minutes. Welcome on in, Forrest. How we doing? How we doing, everybody over on YouTube? Goji, love you, Goji. Goji, how are you today? Good to see you in here. Okay, one last thing. I gotta snag TikTok chat. TikTok, welcome in. We did get Consort Radon. Consort Radon is done. My God, I'm like, TikTok kind of just drives me insane. I don't even know where the chat just went. Oh, there it is. There it is. Perfect. Put effect though.
My name is Kuma the Spirit Guardian, and I look over the dojo and its inhabitants. Now, students,
and I look over the dojo and
Let's
its
see
inhabitants.
If you can keep up with me. Wow!
How'd you get a collab with Valkyrie? Were you not there? We got it gifted from another streamer named Claudia Moneta, who won it at an auction. Don't put a space, Simba. Oh, you were at work. Got it. Yes, so we got it gifted. It was fully just a blessing and a gift from a friend. Does he looking relaxed and happy today? You think so? How do I look? Am I looking? Did I look like I slimmed down? Have I lost any muscle since we've last been live? I've actually been hitting the gym. Now that I haven't been doing the punching dummy every day, I've had the energy to go to the gym and get some work in. Hold on, YouTube, I just realized y'all are like microscopic in terms of size. There we go. Which boss is on the menu for them hands today? Melania. White Wolf, appreciate that 7 stream streak. You look sharp, Sensei. You look sharp, and I can't even see you. And I already know that you look sharp. I appreciate that, Rexy. Thank you. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Did you notice that I'm, Sensei Hop back in the born, the baby stars. I don't know how to say it without just saying it. Carol, welcome in. How we doing, Carol? Good to see you in here. Thank you, Elric. Hell yeah, so you expect to be, I mean, kind of, right? Like, we had a couple issues, but I think more than anything, Bleed, it was just an opportunity to show the dojo. So, like, here's a cool thing, right? Undoubtedly, there's going to be, like, a little bit of, you know, exposure from that collab, but the biggest thing for me that we got out of that was chat was so engaged and excited and spamming the commands, and I think they really liked it, and to me it was a proof of concept, right? That dojo centered stuff will definitely work on Twitch, and so that's exciting to me. It really seemed like the chat was having a good time, and I loved to see that. So yeah, you know, outside, you know, what actually caused the collab to break is such a silly thing. It wasn't the influx of people, it was a redemption being pulled in the middle of the collab. You know, I did turn them off, but unfortunately somebody did pull one, which because in the coding was designed, and this one is, you know, beyond, I'm not, you know, anyways. The coding is designed to turn them back on after a minigame. I didn't realize that was still on. I had a suspicion. They turned back on, somebody hit it, and it actually just broke the rest of the games. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I changed my mind last night. Because, you know, I want to make it clear that we could handle thousands of people playing these games. It was one dumb thing. And if you guys remember at the end of Kuma, did you hear Bob? Did you hear Bob come in? That was because somebody pulled a Bob, and that broke. That's why Kiba broke right after. And that's why Frosted was broken. So, you know, yeah, I know, it pains my soul, but it is what it is, and it's just the nature of the game. Here's the thing, we still got to show the characters. People enjoyed the characters, and I just thought it was such a blessing. I'll always look back on that event with a lot of pride and gratitude. And also, you know, it really just made me appreciate Valkyrie. She's, you know, you guys couldn't really see behind the scenes, but she was so trusting and kind, and you know, she let me lead this thing, and you just never know what you're getting online, right? Especially when you're of that size and caliber, you just never know. So it's like a gamble to trust somebody that you've never really met, and she did. And she did, and she was really kind about it, and I thought it was just hilarious. I thought it was a lot of fun. Imagine doing a god run of the From Software games with this set. It'd be pretty crazy, Jacob. Did you kill Melania? We did. I am new from the collab, but I thought it was great and fun. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Waba. I think I'm gonna be the hardest on myself because the final minigame was the one that we put, like, I don't know, maybe anywhere from like 40 to 60 hours into it. And the beauty is we'll be able to reuse stuff from that. But that was the one where I'm like, oh, I really want this one to go good. I love to hear that though, Waba. Welcome in and happy Friday. I hope you're doing amazing. It's still a success. Yeah. I mean, sure. I struggled to defeat him with a proper build and controller. I believe in you. Weska, how we doing? All right, let me get a little caffeine. Really changed my perspective of what you can do with streaming. I love to hear that. Viper, welcome in, Viper. Oh, hi, Viper. I love seeing the Ray emote. That puts a smile on my face. He's getting into battle stance. So for anybody that doesn't know, So obviously, if you were at the Valkyrie Club, you saw a lot of what the dojo does with its characters and its lore. But beyond that, you know, Bob here has got kind of even a bigger purpose, and that is training me my tape done on these gloves? Looks like it is. Let me see. It's so weird. After I take a break, the tape always needs a little bit of a refresh, which you think, like, not using the gloves, they wouldn't need that. It was awesome. I'm so happy for you. I appreciate that. Give me 1 second to go grab tape. So we are currently at the end of our punching dummy run. For anybody that's new, we are using my punching dummy as a controller to play Elden Ring. We have actually gotten through every boss, big boss in the game, but we are currently torturing ourselves on a finale of beating 2 bosses on level 1. If you don't know what that means, we are essentially at base game stats. We die in 1 hit. And we're taking out the 2 hardest bosses on the punching dummy. I will explain in just a moment how the entire setup works with Bob as a controller, but a lot of it comes together from using tape. And every once in a while, the tape just gets so worn down because we throw a lot of punches. we throw a lot of punches here at the dojo. So, every once in a while, I just need to replace the tape on the dummy and on my gloves. And luckily, right now, it just seems like it's my gloves that are a little worn. Melania, my wife. Melania is definitely waifu material, huh? I would agree. Melania is one of those few bosses in a video game that, like, I'm not really big on figurines. But there's a couple characters throughout video game history that I would get figurines of, and one of them is undoubtedly Melania. I think another one is Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts and obviously Final Fantasy, but for me it's always kind of Kingdom Hearts. One day I'll have a nerdy collection of a bunch of different figurines and manga. Okay, let's see if this works. Beautiful. Alright, I think we're locked in and ready to go. Your collection will be so fucking nerdy too. It'll be pretty bad. It'll be pretty bad for sure. Alright, let's see. That's weird. Let me just test everything. For some reason, even with the sand, huh? I will say the sand definitely makes the jab work better. And let me just fix this a little bit. And I think with that, we're basically good and ready. Okay. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've played on this. I got so used to playing on this rig like every single other day for so long. I don't like this though. It just shouldn't be that sensitive. See if I can fix this and then we're ready to run. There we go. Okay, it's still a bit of a jerk, but that's okay. I think that's better. All right, are we ready? Student of War, welcome in. How we doing? Good to see you in here. Aaron, how we doing? We already know, but your heart monitor is gone. That's right. That's right. That's right. Green, I said, I don't know if you heard me, but I said no. I just wanna get this done. That's where I'm at. Give me 1 second to put this on. Dude, good man, just playing Elden Ring while you play it is the most horrible way, in the most horrible way possible. How are you playing it? Turniper, how we doing? Good to see you in here. Sensei has 5 children and a beautiful wife, you think so? You're all good, Green Cat. Don't worry about it. Have I ever broken a glove? It doesn't really work like that. Which boss is coming? Melania? Alright. I just wasted my bubble, but that's okay. Oh, I have Moogs. Okay. Got a couple things I need to switch. Really weird because I fixed Bob. Like I worked on him. And somehow this is even more sensitive than it was before. Meaning that truly I do not understand. I might just have to unplug it for the day. I'd rather just not worry about the misfires, I'm being honest. Okay. Before we get deeper, let me go ahead and switch our physic, and then we're ready. Boost all damage negation in physic. That. Perfect. Okay, now I can punch this thing good. Alright. I like that. Oh, I'm dead. Unfortunate. Alright, again. Just got back. What was misfiring? My Ash of War. Penguin, I think what it does is it takes your algorithm from your Google searches, and then it goes off of those preferences for what you find, for what YouTube recommends you. If you're wondering why it would do that. Wasn't that the most powerful attack? Indeed it was. Really? Okay. I love how most martial artists use noises to make their hits sound better. That is not at all. It's not at all why fighters do that with their breathing. When did you start? I didn't get a notification. We started pretty recently, like 37 minutes ago. It's about breathing, not noise. Oh, for sure. How you know what TikTok is? How many times did you beat Consort Radon on this setup? Dude, welcome in. How we doing? Good to see you in here. Evar, welcome in. How we doing? Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome into the dojo. Hope we're having a great day so far. God. Come on. Oh, this is gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long finale. Sleeping, welcome on in. Appreciate that follow on Twitch. Thank you so much for the support. We are on the, so for anybody just coming in that doesn't know what's going on, I'm using my punching dummy as a controller. We have already gotten through all of the big bosses in Elden Ring, including beating Melania and including beating Consort Radon. What we're doing to finish off our run is actually just beating, what I wanted to do is 2 bosses, but we've done a couple more. But I wanted to beat Consort Radon and Melania on room level 1 with the punching dummy. We already got Consort Radon, room level 1 defeated. Now it is time that we go for Melania, room level 1. We're trying to kind of say, we're trying to claim the title of Master for the end of this run. I didn't get Moog. I just decided that I didn't want to do it. I didn't think it was going to be hard enough. And I want to just get through Elden Ring. We've milked Elden Ring dry. My heartbeat sensor still isn't going, huh? Forgot I put it on and then I just never did the thing. Sekiro is calling. I think other games are calling. At this point, I think we're all, here's the thing, I love Elden Ring. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to move beyond it though, I think we're ready to move on to what comes next. Jay, appreciate that follow over on Twitch. Thank you for the support. Sleeping Owl, welcome in on Twitch. I hope we're having a phenomenal Friday and that you had a wonderful week. So good to see you in here. Thank you for the support. Bro has no heart. Seeing you on TikTok kind of pop over. This shit is some of the gnarliest shit I've ever seen. I appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you hopping over to Twitch. Thank you. Thank you for that support. That means a lot. Okay. So, because we are doing rune level 1, chances are this is going to be notoriously difficult. We'll be here forever, but we will eventually get it because I always do end up getting the win. It's just going to be a hard-fought win. I will say, I weighed Bob down. He does feel good. He's definitely moving around a lot less. Even then, though, he weighs... I put about, I think, it's like 240 pounds of sand in Bob right now, and he still moves a lot. It's crazy. What? I'm gonna have to fully unplug that button. I'm dead. Okay, which one are you? Top, maybe? Crazy, that isn't even plugged in, it's still misfiring. Dude's literally boxing Melania. I'm trying. Alright, we gotta figure out what... Got it. It's... Sure. Right. Man, not having the kick is gonna suck. That's really unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. I don't know. I actually don't know. That kick undoubtedly carried us on our normal playthrough. On rune level 1, not having it is gonna be... It's gonna be ruthless, dude. What's going on? I'm using my Punchy Nummy as a controller. Alright, Bob, me and you. Oh my god, dude, I'm getting more misfires. Alright. Just drink a little bit of this yummy caffeinated beverage. Mentally figure out what I gotta do. Gotta lurk because I'm at work. That rhymed. Good luck on the run, Sensei. Appreciate you, Musty. I hope you're having a great day at work. You know what's crazy is weighing Bob down, I'm getting more misfires than I did when he had water in him. See that? That's crazy misfire. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it, I just have to warm Bob up and acclimate. Appreciate that, Shadow. And once again, if you want dojo points over on Twitch to get Student of the Month, pulling redeems is the quickest way to try to get that done. Next, welcome in. Next, how we doing? Good to see you in here. Not yet. Not yet, Killer, but I honestly don't think it's gonna make a difference. I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference at all. Could be a command to tell you your cooldown on redeems. You can actually just pull the redeem. It will give you the points back. So if you hit a redeem, it'll give you your points back. And it will tell you. It's fun to pull and not get it. Okay. Alright, because I'm trying to be diligent with this, we're gonna hit our first minigame. Because I want to be diligent. So, Dojo, this is the moment that if you want Dojo points and you want to try to get Student of the Month, you can do this. If you are on YouTube, you can also participate in the game, but you will not get Dojo points for it. But let's give it a shot and let's do our first minigame.
You will not see me coming. Your death will come swiftly, students.
We're gonna start with Bob. You guys are gonna do commands to play them, and it should be pretty self-explanatory. Have fun.
I used to be great warrior, then bound to mannequin. I am Bob. I used to be great warrior, then bound to mannequin. I defeat many great foes, but then ferocity twigged me, and I turn into mannequin. Although Bob misses being not mannequin, me like being Bob the punching dummy.
Welcome to Bob's Punch Out. Cycle between Punch A and Punch B to hit Bob. Get as many hits as you can to get the high score. Have fun!
Good job, Tyler. Give me everything you got, students. Still not punching as hard as Sensei punched me. Maybe you get high score, but not looking too good. Prof, can you please cycle between Punch A and Punch B? Thank you. Good job, you actually make Bob bleed. And that's a high score. Now Dojo GPT tell you top 5, probably Prof cause he cheated.
Good job, students. Here's the top 5. In 5th place, Jolesywell. In 4th place, Hippity Hippie. In 3rd place, Tyler_normal_ username. In 2nd place, Stinky Puppy Bunny. And finally, in 1st place, Professor. Keep training, students. Remember, to earn dojo points and have a chance to be Student of the Month here at the dojo, you have to play the mini-games over on Twitch. I'm sending you back to Sensei now. Dojo GPT. Out.
You are, Bunny. Prof legit just said fuck the rules that we made. And just fully cheated. I believe you, Prof, don't worry. Trust me, I know. Good job, everybody, good job. So, go ahead and do me a favor. Can somebody put exclamation rank inside of the chat for Twitch? I just want to see what the top 5 looks like after a minigame. There's certain things that I want to be kind of mindful of and aware of and just see what we're getting. Okay. So it feels like I'm gonna just have to keep an eye on that throughout the day. Okay, cool. Appreciate it, thank you. Okay, here we go. That was cool, I appreciate that, Green. You should hop on Twitch, Green. You'll get, trust me, you'll end up getting a gifted sub and you won't get ads, and then you can play with everybody and get dojo points. Oh, you're such a pain in my butt. Okay, I'm almost there. Ivy, welcome in. Ivy, how we doing today? Good to see you in the dojo. Oh, you're so annoying, Melania. God. Oh my god. Okay. I get it, Ivy. I get it. Appreciate that, user. Appreciate you. KBS is wondering, how much did you have to work in order to get this setup? It looks like it costs a lot of money and would have taken a lot of hours to be able to afford. What do you do for your job? Well, I'm not gonna say what I do for work. I will say that this definitely, my entire setup definitely took a lot of hours of working and a lot of money and a lot of saving. And it's definitely not something that you could just say, I want to stream and do exactly what we're doing over here. My advice to you would be, is what you're saying is it sounds like you want to be a streamer and you want to do something similar, but my advice to you would be just work, get a job that's legit, and save your money. And if you want to do something like this, it'll just take a little while, that's all. How much was the setup? It was a lot. Everything at the dojo was a lot of money. I mean, just to be honest, like my camera alone is like $5,000. Really? Man, that sucks. Meanwhile, I'm rocking a Logitech webcam. I mean, okay, so when I first started streaming, before I was Sensei, I streamed off of a PlayStation with a PlayStation camera. Different day and age. But you know, because there's so much cinema with what we're doing here at the dojo, I really wanted it to feel like it was at a certain level of cinema kind of quality. So I bought a camera that probably I would never recommend anybody to ever buy for streaming, which is called the Sony FX3. So I have a Sony FX3. The thing is totally badass, but it's just a lot. It's expensive. Welcome on in, everybody over on TikTok. Hope we're doing well. What's up, everybody over on YouTube? Started on PS5 as well. Saved up for about a year to get a legit setup, but I'm finally gonna get a nice mirrorless camera. See, that's the real first, like, that's the camera upgrade, right? Is getting a mirrorless. That's what the FX3 is. The FX3 is a mirrorless, but it's Sony's cinema like line. Whoa, anonymous. Anonymous. Who in the world is this anonymous? Anonymous coming with 5 gifted. Holy shit, can we get some love and W's for Anonymous in the chat? Thank you so much, Anonymous, for the gifted subs over on Twitch. Thank you for the support. That's 822 subscribers right now. That is easily the most we've ever had, which is just an insane amount, to be honest. Anonymous, again, thank you so much. dude, my God. All right, let me take a minute. I am rusty, and I can tell my body is gonna take a second to acclimate back into this run. The FX3 is the one, bro. I don't know why you're doing this, but props. Appreciate that, Noah. Once again, thank you so much, Anonymous, for the 5 gifted subs at the dojo. All right, I think we take a little step outside. Maybe play the flute, get our minds in order. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last couple nights, so hopefully I can kind of find my zen today and lock it in. But let's take a step outside real fast. Follow me. Welcome in, everybody, and happy Friday. Hope you're having a great week. We're just coming off of a big collab on this last Tuesday, so it's been a little bit since we played Elden Ring on the Punching Dummy. We're on the final boss of our journey, Melania on rune level 1. I have a feeling it might take us more than one stream, but we're here, we're locked in, we're gonna do our best to get this done. Did I miss anything? Key, you only missed this. So you didn't miss too much. Of course, I always put on reverb for this one, Elric. Okay. Melania is awaiting us. Let's go. Let's win this fight. If it takes us 48 hours, it takes us 48 hours. We're going to have both Consort Radon and Melania defeated on rune level 1. Let's get this done. What does HBD mean, Elric? I'm an old man. Some of y'all with the acronyms, you'll have to teach me your ways. What does HBD mean? Who in chat can tell me? What is this language in which you speak?
Hey, you. Yeah, you. You need to know this. You're doing great today. But unfortunately, you're not even nearly as great as me.
Oh, we're gonna be here for so long! I know it! Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Thanks for happy birthday, Sensei, and thanks for the birthday wishes. Oh, my bad. My bad. Oh. I think there's sand coming off of Bob, getting into my sinuses. Sand dust. Alright, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I mean, I agree with you, Dash. Y'all are amazing. There's no denying it. What? Oh, okay, that is the biggest, okay. All right, Bob. I'm telling you, somehow the misfires are worse. Somehow the misfires are worse today than they have been in the past. And that was after weighing down Bob with sand, which is just so crazy to me. Welcome on in, everybody over on TikTok. How we doing? You're a brave man, thank you. Y'all too damn smart. No. Mams, welcome in. Third, welcome in. Talk, welcome in. Spova. Kay, good to see you in here, Kay. Thank you for coming in. Charlie, welcome in. Appreciate y'all coming in. We are still pushing for those numbers, so I appreciate you being here. I got a stupid question. How has doing this improved your health, if at all? That's not a stupid question at all. I mean, obviously, you know, it's a pretty, it varies from like moderate to intense cardio. With a boss like this, because I die so fast, it's typically pretty moderate because I can't go too crazy. Because I'll get punished if I do too big of combos. But it's definitely improved my cardio, and it's definitely improved my energy levels, and it's definitely helped me sleep. I mean, it's fitness, right? My big thing is like, you know, fitness gaming I think is so cool because I'm doing something that is typically a stagnant kind of sitting down experience, and I turned it into at least somewhat of an equivalent to a gym experience, right? So I get to play a video game that I enjoy, and then over the weeks and the months that I do it, my body slowly gets more and more fit. You know, you just have to be careful. You can definitely overdo it. You can injure yourself. I kind of tweaked my shoulder doing it a little bit ago, and it's basically better, but when I bench press, it's been kind of bugging me. So you just gotta be careful. Bob is also losing weight. Is that, Bob, are you losing weight too? I think Bob is gained some weight since the last time we played. He went from like maybe 210 pounds to 240. Shoulder injuries suck and are super annoying. I don't notice it like at all until I lift heavy on bench press. But don't worry, Bob, it's okay to gain some weight. It is, Bob. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, I saw you looking at yourself in the mirror this morning, and I could tell that you weren't satisfied. Trust me, nobody on Twitch, TikTok, or YouTube, they can't even notice. Just tried to donate 200 with that comment, but you banned me from doing it. I did. I know. I don't want your war money. This is a great channel. I appreciate that. Left shoulder cooks it every time I drop the bar down. Dude, it sucks. I feel you on that, dude. That's my right shoulder right now. Okay. Oh my god, the misfires are insane today, and I just don't know why. Oh god. It only took 1 week for me to get out of shape. 1 week for me to get out of shape. Oh my goodness. Appreciate that business. I just moved to the machine and try and hit the same muscle groups without injuring my shoulder. It sucks. I can't press. Dude, to be honest with you, Braves, the biggest thing is the ego, right? And I get it too. Because bench press out of every lift in the gym is the one that's most associated with like people saying, "Are you strong?" Right? Like if somebody's gonna ask you what your lift in the gym is, it's either going to be bench or squats. But the reality is it's just pride, right? And I gotta be right there with you on it's just not worth injuring yourself because you want to have that one lift that people respect. It's a great lift, but it's never worth injuries, right? Squat is so much more legit than bench. Frank, of course you're saying that to me, unknowing that I can't squat. Because, I mean, I can, but I have a herniated disc in my lower back, so that's my lift
Sensei,
that I can't do.
You better sharpen up your skills or I'll have to hop on the sticks.
So, no, don't be sorry. It's a little ironic, that's all. How's it going? It's going good. It's going good, Laro. King Judge says, I literally spend way too much time on vertical lives and I don't ever go to the gym. I feel very self-conscious because I realize that I'm wasting away my life not doing anything productive. I know you probably think that I'm joking, but I'm actually serious. Once I'm on vertical, I just get stuck here for hours and I don't do anything with my life. Judge, don't say that about yourself. That is far too self-deprecating. Trust me, you're good. We've all doom scrolled. We've all been there. My advice would be to just put the phone down, go get a workout in, go on a walk, do something. That would be the best place to start if you genuinely feel that way. But that's what I would do. And same with you, Soap. Same with you. If you feel like vertical is just eating up your life, I would just I would go out and socialize and, you know, try to make friends. And trust me, I'm not here to keep you captive. I don't want you wasting your life on vertical life. That's the last thing I want. A simple walk is always helpful. I agree, Key. You can also just put timers on YouTube and it will stop at certain... Honestly, for people that are like that, it's that bad for their life, I just think it's just better to do a legitimate detox from your phone. You should never feel like at the end of the day you're being held captive by social media. But you know, sadly, that's kind of where society is going.
It doesn't matter how much you train, how hard you try. It's inevitable. You will never be able to have a body like mine. I mean, look at these abs. Sensei, your gaming skills are as good as your martial arts. Pathetic, just like your students. Dojo, you did good in training today. You actually made Bob bleed.
You can tell my back tape is going out.
Sensei, you better sharpen up your skills or I'll have to hop on the sticks.
My name Bob. I was bound to dummy by ferocity, but now I help dojo and students to train.
Man, why am I missing that? That redeem is the one that broke the collab, by the way. It was that exact one that you just pulled. I appreciate that, Demon Slayer. Thank you. Hey Dojo, I have a question for you guys. I got a question, I'm super interested, mostly on the Twitch side of things. How do you guys feel about people who view bot? How do you guys feel about that in the industry for streaming? Especially if there's any streamers in the chat. I gotta get this back piece of tape fixed. What's that mean? Essentially, it's people who use fake viewers to artificially boost their views, and it's kind of a big thing that happens in the streaming industry. But I've just been reading a lot of things about viewbotting on socials recently, and I wanted to see what you guys thought. Unfair, can't blame them. That's ridiculous. Streaming community is saturated. Eventually it catches up to them. What do you think it says about somebody's character if they do that? Viewbotting sucks. It ruined lurking for small streamers as well. I always have tons of people on my viewer list because a lot of community likes to lurk, but it won't count them because it assumes they're a bot. That was an update that I heard happened on Twitch. Viewbot seems kind of weird. Wouldn't the chat be relatively inactive compared to the viewer count? You would think so. It's bad to do it, but in that way that the world incentivizes bad choices all the time. It says they want to make and will do anything to make it. Bad character. It says they care way more about money than making a good product. Pretty shitty. The stream for me is super delayed. It's cheap, cutting corners. Streamers are a dime a dozen. How many people stream now? It's eating itself. Just stopping in to say you're awesome. Keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate that, Mary. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, I think it should be fair for real streamers. Is he reading Twitch chat or something? Uber? Uber, is that you? Yeah. I got Twitch chat over here. Streaming is extremely oversaturated, but viewbotting makes it even worse. I was just interested in what people thought. You know, every time I just about go online is something about people viewbotting. So, I was curious. What does the everyday consumer think? I know what streamers think for the most part. I think Frank said it the best, right? But even though Frank said it the best, I also think that what he said doesn't make it right. Which I think Frank agrees with that. Oh no. And what Frank said is something that's the truth that doesn't just come down to like streaming, but just in general for multiple avenues of life where people, you know, society kind of rewards taking shortcuts and shitty things. I'm dead. Nothing I could do there. I should have seen that coming. So about us to reach out and think about anything else while punching Millennia? Well, we gotta get this down subconsciously, right? So. Plus, I am a streamer, I gotta yap. Thank you for all the shares and all the love over on TikTok. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, it's just a video and he's following it. Yes. You can tell that there's no way this is actually genuine. You can tell by the way that my feet move on the DDR pad on the upper monitor that I'm actually just timing everything perfectly with a pre-recorded video. Oh, hold on. I just, what? So I just want to say to you in particularly, Art by Swirls, you've got quite a perceptive eye to be able to see through that. It's a gamepad puppet. It is exactly, Michael. It is literally a gamepad puppet. Creative as fuck, thank you. Kyle, how we doing? I think the thing that bums me out about it, like, here's the thing, like, it bothers me to a degree, but I think that there's creators that are, like, genuinely good streamers who are stuck at, like, 20 viewers, and I was, by the way, that streamer myself, and I had to really work hard to get out of it, thanks to all of you wonderful people over on Twitch. But the reality kind of is there's a lot of streamers that are really pretty awesome at like the 20 viewer level. Because of the way that Twitch does discoverability, it prioritizes view count, which is why people view bot, right? The big reason why, there's two reasons. They either want to get partnered, or they just want to be prioritized on the list, or it could be an ego thing, right? And so the way that Twitch typically though prioritizes where your stream pops up for people is how many viewers you have. And you can tell because when you look at your following list, it goes from most viewed to least viewed. There's no algorithm secret to Twitch. And so the problem is because of that, viewbotting happened, right? Because viewbotting is a way to just get to the top of the list. So even if, the fucked up thing about viewbotting is even if the person is a shit streamer, they're still going to be prioritized over streamers that are better than them because of the view count. It has nothing to do with content. It has nothing to do with chatter activity, and that's something that you don't worry about on really YouTube or Twitch YouTube and TikTok in that way. Just like really an interesting kind of industry where there's this exploit that essentially screws really genuinely good creators, and then what happens is we get a lot of these up and coming streamers that I'm never gonna accuse any of them of view botting, but you have these people who are view botting who automatically kind of get this advantage over other streamers, and they're putting their resources into the botting, right? And so the genuinely good streamers get cannibalized by this system, and then they just end up not even thinking it's really worth it, right? Like, why is it worth doing creative content, and why is it worth putting extra, work into my stream? When there's people who are cheating. And so then what happens is what Frank said. Then what happens is people that never would have view botted end up feeling like they need to view bot because that's what the rest of the industry is doing, right? But they're like, well, fuck, if I can't beat them, I might as well play at their game. So it promotes this kind of it promotes this kind of thing where in order to feel like you'll ever have a chance to succeed in the industry, you've got to join the dark side. Bobbert, welcome in. How we doing, Bob? Did you drink water today? I got it right here, Brock. I've seen it all for real. He can talk and fighter. I'm just trying to train my brain right now to get this fight down, and then I will shut up and focus. But I usually start off a lot of fights like this where we just kind of chill, we fight. I train my subconscious to get used to it. We get used to it, and then it kind of goes from just chatting and punching to just punching. I'm good. Love to hear that, Bob. How was your week? But I'm one of those creators and streamers where I really care about authenticity. I mean, just as a person, right? Like, we live in a world and a time where being genuine and authentic is just kind of dying. And streaming is an industry. Streaming is an industry where a lot of people wear a mask in general. Not everybody. There are 100% big creators, small creators, medium creators who are very, very genuine and real. There's a lot that are very, very fake. And there's a lot that are also cheaters. But I think the sad thing is unless there's a way to really combat it, then people who are good streamers are either going to quit, or what they'll do is join. Right, turn to the dark side. And then I think the worst part about it is the way that they cope with cheating is they lie to themselves, right? So they don't even let themselves think that they're viewbotting. I think a lot of people viewbot and then just like pretend like they don't to themselves. Because that's what, you know, when you do something wrong, that's what people do. People will, in order to cope with the guilt, in order to cope with the negative feelings that they get from doing something like that, they'll actually create a disillusion to themselves and lie to themselves about it. Sleeksy, how we doing? So I think a lot of streamers who are viewbotting are just telling themselves that they're not viewbotting, and they're telling people that they're also, you know. And so then we've really got this interesting thing where not only has the streaming industry become something that can be, like, you know, deceiving to the audience, but the streamer is also deceiving themselves. So then you've got this really interesting world. Sleeksy, by the way, how are you? I feel like it's been so long. How we doing? But isn't that also just like anything that has to do with the ego, right? Like, isn't that also Hollywood? Isn't that also the music industry? Isn't that all of it? When you have anything that has to do with the person and the streamer or the actor or the musician or a politician or anybody that has a position of public representation and image, aren't they all, like, not all of them, but aren't a lot of them and most of them all pretending to be a certain way? Not only to the people that support them, but to themselves. Parrot, welcome on in. So good to have you over on Twitch. Thank you for hopping over. I hope you're having a wonderful week and a wonderful Friday. It's insane you're talking calmly while fighting Melania. I'm a streamer. I'm used to this type of shit. I'm used to it. I'm doing good. Missed you, sir. I missed you, Dash. How you doing, Dash? Good to see you in here. Amazing setup. Did you assemble it? Yes, I had my friend Prof helped me put this thing together. So he kind of came up with the conceptualization, and then I created it over here. It has been a bit. I'm doing a lot better than the last time I stopped by. You actually came across my For You page on TikTok not too long ago. I love to hear that, Sleeksy. Was it a live, or was it a post? Manipulation needs to be searched out always, and it's hard to not always be on the back foot, for sure. It was a live. Cool. Kikabu, welcome in. Appreciate that follow on Twitch. Thank you for the support. Twitch has got to recognize the rare, true gems. It's... I know. I think they're trying. You know, I'm not gonna... I don't know. You know, I'm not in there. But you know, literally every time that like I go on X, it's all about people just viewbotting. Every time. This morning, yesterday. And I think it's just an interesting topic. And I just wonder like I wonder how much more regular and normal it is than some of us even realize. You know, like obviously, like I'll be extremely transparent. I would never, ever viewbot. But I'm just that type of person that like, I'll never sell my soul for success, right? I would much rather just do cool shit and then people be like, fuck yeah, dude, that's sick. Yo, the dojo characters, the mini games, the punching dummy, and use creativity as my weapon. But I can't help but feel bad because I know that there's people who are really, really genuine streamers. And they deserve so much more spotlight. I mean, I'll be honest, Dojo, there's times I go, we deserve more spotlight. And I know that there's people above us who are just cheating. But like, I have full faith that we're gonna climb our way. So I'm not so worried about us. I think that we're very blessed to have what we have here at the dojo. Not just with Bob, but I'm dead. No. No! Oh my god, I actually almost fucking survived. Okay, cool. Working on at the gym. What did you hit today, Kappa? Oh, so close on that dodge. Jeesh. Somebody said they came over from TikTok. I think somebody else. Thank you for coming over from TikTok. I appreciate that love. Billy Bob, welcome in. Honestly, been losing my mind. I got used to watching you every day, and when you didn't stream for a week, I started going hollow. Dude, all it takes is a week. I feel you, dude. I feel you. I felt weird. I felt weird not being here for a week, to be honest. I did some bench press, leg press, and arms. Very nice. It's like a full-ass body workout. What a brilliant way to play. Props. Appreciate that. I want to fight you. Of course you do. Of course you do. Proof of what? That I'm not viewbotting? I feel like you could just look through the viewer list. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like you could look through people's viewer list and just see like how many people follow the channel and are watching. And if that ratio is extremely like off-putting, then I would say that's suspicious, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know if there's a legit way. Prove you're not AI. Aaron, you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. I appreciate you being here. Hello, Sensei. Welcome on in. Wow, how we doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, shit. I think that's part of the problem, right? Is like, how do people prove it? Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Dom, hey Dom, how we doing? Good to see you in the dojo. Welcome in and happy Friday. AI could trick you for 10 seconds, stop for 10 hours. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure, Frank. Agreed. Are you gonna do this challenge blindfolded next? No, next we're gonna do Sekiro. So Sekiro is next week. Next week we take out the katana, we begin Sekiro. It's gonna be glorious. Hi from Brazil, much love to Brazil, hope you're doing well. I was watching that stream earlier, too, so many close to 10 squad, finally beat it. Oh, for Consort Radon? Yeah, it was rough, but we got through it. Pleasure to be back, pleasure to have you in here, Dom. Yeah, I put a lot of thought, if you didn't notice, into just the state of the industry, into why the creativity in the industry. Like, a big thing for me is, why does the industry feel so creatively dead? Across the board, right? And it's a few reasons, and I think one of the biggest culprits of creativity dying in the industry is because creativity isn't rewarded properly in the industry, but something like view botting is instantly rewarded, right? And I don't think it's just view botting, I think it's also drama, overreactions to things, which, you know, being theatrical is fun. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with being theatrical and expressive and, you know, over the top with stuff. I think that's kind of entertaining. I think some of it is really bad, though. If I'm being honest. I think some of it's like really, really insane. Man, that got me, huh? Sensei, is this level 1? Brian, welcome in. Yes, this is level 1. I am just getting my bearings. I know it seems like I'm not locked in, but I am learning this fight mentally and subconsciously right now. We tried 9 Souls. It's like a 2D platformer, a Sekiro. No, I've never heard of it. Good luck. I appreciate that, Jonathan. Thank you. This shit really deserves more viewers. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We'll get there. Over on TikTok, we'll get there. And the thing is like, we've done a lot of Elden Ring, so I think that, you know, once we add the variety of Sekiro, of Street Fighter, and that's like right around the corner, I think we're gonna be doing really good. Wheels, how we doing? I think TikTok and YouTube both kind of reward not only just niche and creativity, but also variety within that creativity and niche. And so that's kind of our next thing, Dojo, is, you know, like we're still gonna have Bob. I'm dead. But the challenge is, okay, we found something unique, niche, and badass, but how do we create variety within the niche? And part of that is gonna be playing different games. Part of that is going to be doing different weapons. Like for Sekiro, we're going to use a sword. Part of that is potentially getting some cosplay costumes for me and Bob, depending on what game we play. And because y'all have been so financially supportive on all the platforms, because y'all have been so financially supportive on all the platforms, I'll actually be able to afford some cool stuff. And, you know, so the next games that we play, because I'm all about, you know, if you guys are going to be supporting me financially, I want to put that money back into the product, right?
Sunglasses at the dojo? It's because you would all fall in love with us if you had to stare into our eyes all day. I mean, just look at these golden things.
Oh, shit! But you know, as I've said, Dojo, like, we're here. Our stream represents and is meant to represent authenticity and kind of saving the industry by setting an example, right? Lexi, welcome in, Lexi. How we doing? Good to see you in here. I know he's not actually playing, I just can't prove it. It's gonna be really hard to prove it once I do this too. Look at the upper monitor, look at my feet. Watch my hands. Lower. Backwards. Look at my feet. You just have my coffee and a croissant? Ooh, that sounds amazing. For Sekiro, you could put buttons in your left glove to control the prosthetics. I don't know how we're gonna do it, because that would mean the only thing with that, Otto, welcome in, I hope you're doing amazing today. I would have have a wire coming from my arm. And I just don't want wires hooked up to me so I can be kind of free. As the sand helped with the misfires, it's helped with the dodge roll one. How is that possible? How are you playing? For anybody that doesn't know how I'm doing this and is interested, the quickest explanation I can give you is this device right here is called the Makey Makey. It's got different inputs. Each input has a wire coming from it that's clipped on. It goes to the electrical tape. This plugs into my PC. I configure the buttons to be whatever I want them to be. And when I press said button on the punching dummy, it sends a signal to the device, from the tape to the device, and boom, boom, bam. That's how it works. Do you watch Jujutsu Kaisen or read it? I do not. Jujutsu Kaisen is one I gotta do. What's up, Sensei? How do you deal through depression? A great question. I've had a lot of seasons in my life where I've had to deal with some depression. And there's not really an easy answer, especially if you're one of those individuals who's prone to feeling things really deeply and intensely. You know, depression is going to hit you hard. The best thing that you can do is equip yourself with practices and a lifestyle that negates it as best as it can. Things that I have discovered that help is exercise, sauna, getting a good amount of sleep, eating decently healthy, being mindful, and instead of learning how to deal with what you're thinking and your emotions. So that's what I would call just processing things, right? How do you process? Do you process, or do you cover up pain, right? So people will either process their emotions, or they will do something to mask their emotions. Whether that's drinking or, you know, whatever is, you know, whatever poison you pick. And really, to process emotions, especially when you're somebody that deals with intense depression, takes a level of strength and wisdom and an ability to just, you know, endure. But the things that make that easier are exercise, making sure you got enough like vitamin D, some sunlight, being outside, socializing with people. You've got to basically say, these are my weapons against it, and I've got to utilize them all. And the hard thing is it's not a one-size-fits-all. What works for me might not work for you. You know what I mean? But I think there's universally some things that work for everybody in terms of helping. And I think exercise, diet, and sleep. I also think things like, you know, drinking is gonna make you feel worse. Nicotine is gonna make you feel worse. You know, blasting your brain with, I don't want to get too crazy here, but if you know, you're like trying to mask your pain with anything that has to do with like alcohol, pornography, anything like that is going to cannibalize your brain. And you may feel better for a moment, and then you're going to crash way harder after and be 10 times more depressed. Because that's what happens when you give your body too much dopamine to cover up shit. You know, and that's what people run to. People run to dopamine when they're sad. And that's, you know, as a society nowadays, we run to dopamine. That's why vertical, like, doom scrolling is a thing. Because it's dopamine. Every time you scroll, you get dopamine. You know what I mean? And, the part of like what I've really focused on in my life in the last couple years is robbing myself of quick dopamine and embracing difficulty. And when you train your brain to not rely on these dopamine fixes, like, you manage stress and you don't crash, right? Like, but there's a lot. Put it simply, there's a lot you could do. And part of that is going to just be trial and error until you figure out what fits you the best, you know? in terms of what you're going through and what you're dealing with. Her blade is so long. All right, Saibu, welcome in, Saibu. How we doing? I was making myself depressed because I thought I wanted something which was actually just stressing me out whenever I had it. As soon as I realized I didn't want it, I stopped trying to get it, and that made me happy. For sure. I mean, that's the thing with like things that give you a dopamine fix, right? Is you think that you want it, but then you just feel way worse after you get it. Saibu, how we doing? Happy Friday. It's like a shell game. You can't hack your brain chemistry and come out on top. Exactly, Otto, exactly. I'm like really big on the whole, like, you don't want to give yourself constant dopamine and dopamine fixes, right? Like, that's really not a good thing for you, and really actually kind of like destroys your brain. And we live in a society where we are seeking dopamine all the time. We have quick access to dopamine, right? Whether that's nicotine, whether that's caffeine, whether that's pornography, whether that's, you know, vertical scrolling through reels and shorts, and, you know, so you have to be like really fucking careful, because if you keep doing that shit, you're just gonna realize, fuck, I am not happy. Like, why am I only happy when I'm doing that stuff? And then the moment that I stop, I just feel super, super unsatisfied with myself. I feel this huge emotional like toll. So it's just an interesting thing. You gotta be really, really careful nowadays with how accessible dopamine is to get. You've got to create situations where you starve yourself of dopamine. And then of course things like sleep and nutrition, obviously. Put there, boom, 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 boom. Next, you don't be sorry. I'm glad I wake up every day. That's another huge thing.
Shoes in the dojo doesn't mean
learning to count your blessings, right? If you can learn to count your blessings in life, you're gonna be in a really good place. So this is a good time. We're trying to do this on the hour, every hour. I want to get in the habit of it. We have another mini game coming your way, dojo. If anybody wants to play these mini games or understand what they are, I'm gonna open it up by saying follow me real fast. I love that mentality, Wheels. That is a winner champion mentality. I just want you to know that. Okay, so here at the dojo, we do something kind of awesome, and that's unlike anything in the industry. And that is, we have a point system that if you are involved with certain things over in the chat on Twitch, you get dojo points. We have a system that keeps track of every single individual user's dojo points. This is not a system that was made by Twitch. This is a system that was coded by Prof. You guys have seen Prof in chat. And is manned by Dojo GPT. Frazzy, welcome in. So behind me, you can see that we have a student of the month. That is Metal Fuse. And Metal is actually our student of the year. So congratulations once again to Metal for doing that. And thank you once again for that follow. When you play mini games, when you redeem, when you hang out in chat, you get dojo points. If you win, you will get your name and profile picture put in here. We will have a ceremony to announce you. And I will also send you a limited dojo, a more special edition dojo t-shirt that says Student of the Month with your name on it. So that is what the dojo points are for. You get to flex, you get to have, and also you get a VIP badge. That's the other cool thing. You get a VIP badge. and boom, boom, bam, that is what you get. So, we've got a mini game ready to be played. Let's go do this.
Well, here I come! Kuma has arrived. My name is Kuma the Spirit Guardian, and I watch over the dojo and its inhabitants. You might be wondering where we are. This is my holy shrine. Praise me, mortals. Praise me, pathetic humans. Now, because of our new forms, I can interact with you in new ways. Let's go have fun!
Whoa, this is high up. It's time to play with Kuma in the clouds. Type 1, 2, or 3 to cloud Kuma's mind. If you guess correctly, you'll be an extra dojo points. Good luck!
Holy smokes, that was lagging. Where are my sunglasses? Seriously, which one of you students took my sunglasses? I'm gonna actually beat the living daylights out of you. Monster, was it you? Don't you lie to me. You can still change which one you think I am behind. If you put in 1, you can still change it. This thing is stuck on 25 seconds, isn't it? Shuriken! And here I am! Cloud number 2. Phenomenal work for everybody that got it right. 40% of you got it right. I'm gonna send you back to Sensei, and good job on getting dojo points.
We got through it. All right, that's 2 down. That's 2 down. This will be really good. Kind of information to get these cleaned up. We've never run Kuma on a normal stream outside of the collaboration that we just had. So that's our first time running Kuma here. I'm so bad at minigame. Don't you say that about yourself, okay? That's the only probability minigame that's going to be a little rough. And Delta, welcome in, Delta. I hope you're doing amazing. Okay, how laggy was that on your guys' end? Where do I see if it actually worked in terms of like points? Yeah, you could do dojo points. My advice would be to check your points before a game and then check them after. Yeah, and if you want to see your rank, it was pretty choppy at the start. It felt that way. It was perfect. Okay, good. Good. Once the start was pretty bad, but afterwards it was good. Okay. Okay, I think part of it is if I can bring down the size of the video that plays, we're going to be in a good place. I think that is part of it for sure. All right, so in first place, we've got Elric with 2295. Second place, we've got Simba with 1980. Third place is Nexu with 1660. Oh no, I missed third place. Third place is Desh with 1915. Fourth place is Nexu. And then fifth place is Defy with 1450. That is all new students of the dojo that are in the top 5. Come on, OGs. You gotta step up. You're letting all the newer students show you up. Congratulations to our top 5. We have 2 more mini games to get through today. And I would keep an eye on the points. In fact, I think it's a good idea to check your points before the next minigame. I'm not eligible to win another Student of the Month for the next couple of months, I believe. Yeah, you're just too good, Metal. Sensei, a month is not new. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, that you've been here for a month? No, I'm like more saying that we don't have anybody who's been here for like, you know, we got a lot of black belts and brown belts in the stream. A lot of black belts and, you know, brown belts. It gets kind of rough. It gets kind of rough, Simba. But here's the thing. We will have streams where they're individual streams where you can make dojo points and try to get top 5 of the day and you'll win something. So my idea is like we'll have certain streams where we do giveaways. And if you're in the top 5 performers of the day, you will get whatever that reward is. And I'm gonna do those mostly because I want everybody who can't show up every day, but maybe can show up a lot one day, right? To have a chance to win something. Like Simba, if like today was that day where you're like, oh, I could really show for a lot of today and it was a giveaway, you'd have a real shot of getting that, you know? Sounds good, Wheels. You have a wonderful time at the gym. Thank you. Wow. Oh god, I just hate that I can't get distance. I have to just roll. Game sound is gone. And then we have to find a way to turn gaming PC cap card off in minigames. Couple years, Garm. And Garm, welcome in. I don't know if I said hi to you today. You're watching a dude to be concert Radon with MMA. I love it. I love it. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope we're doing amazing, everybody, on TikTok. Queen, welcome in. Queen, good to see you in here. Can you give an example of what could be a price? Oh, a prize. Oh, it'll probably be dojo merchandise, like a t-shirt. It could be a t-shirt. It's got to be one word next to. It could be a t-shirt. It could be, you know, a cup. There's a few things. I think that the way it would work is like first place would get something that's extra baller, and then the other 4 would probably all get the same thing. Like first place might get a sweatshirt or like a Yeti mug, you know? And then everybody else is gonna get, oh my god. Akuma would be cool. I think Akuma would be awesome. I hate Melania, dude. She's just such a, like, poke boss. Poke. This is Matt Creative, not gonna lie. I appreciate that, Freeze. Thank you. First gets Bob for the weekend. What is that? What do you... That sounds like a class pet. Okay, see, now I thought you were, like, gonna do something to Bob. Like, alright, if we get first, we get Bob for the weekend and we can do whatever we want with Bob. Autograph pic of Sensei? You're too funny. You're too funny. Hey, if you come to TwitchCon, I will be at TwitchCon, so anybody who's in here that does want to meet me and potentially another dojo character or two, TwitchCon will be the place. We are going to do a merch tour this year, Metal, for sure. That will be on the agenda this year without a doubt. It just depends on what the prizes are next year. Holy smokes. She's gonna do it! I can tell she's gonna waterfowl any second. It's in her system. Oozing and wanting to come out. Dude, that sounded super wrong. That sounded very wrong. Don't clip that. I'm dead. Unbelievable. Fuck, dude. She really just cooked that thing up and waited for me to get right in range. I buy Sensei Tenacity merch. I'd love to hear that. I appreciate that, Grand Regent. I appreciate that. Holly, hello, hello. I couldn't tell you, Holly. Alex, I just don't really care to, right? But I did take martial arts. But, you know, like, what's your opinion on fighting? Like, could I beat the crap out of somebody? My answer to that would be, why would I ever want to hurt anybody? Regardless of the amount of training and level of precision and physique I might develop. I think people, like, when they ask, can you fight? It's a very jaded question. Like, what do you mean by fight? Can I spar? Can I do well in a ring? Can I beat somebody up? Appreciate the roses over on TikTok. Thank you, thank you. I have a lot of dojo points. What amount do I need to get student of the month? You just have to get first. You just have to get more than everybody else. That's what it's about. I appreciate that, Vic. Thank you. If I had to for like creator versus creator, okay, well that's more of an interesting question. Do you want my honest opinion or my like humble opinion? That's the real question. Do you want my honest opinion or my humble opinion? If I was like in a creator versus creator fight with what, like another streamer or a YouTuber? You should try wrestling, you would like it. I've done a little wrestling. You want my honest opinion? I always don't give my honest opinion. Because I don't like to sound a certain way. Bet appreciate that follow. I think that I don't even think it would be a competition. if you want my honest opinion. I don't even think it'd be a competition. I genuinely do not think it would be. If you want my honest opinion. My other honest opinion is I don't like to fight people, I don't like to hurt people. But if you want my honest to God opinion with like no filter, I don't even think it'd be a competition. And if you're judging me based off of this, you're very mistaken because I'm fighting an Elden Ring boss pressing buttons on a dummy. Exactly, Key. That's my point, right? Like, they're not fighters. Like, it's I've always said this, it's so funny that men, in particularly men, love to think that they know how to fight, but none of them have trained in how to fight, ever. And they don't look at it right. They don't look at it in the right way, you know? It's like, okay, are you gonna say that about, like, you know, something that you've never studied? Like, if somebody's extremely knowledgeable in, let's say, mathematics, and have studied mathematics that you never have, are you gonna be able to be better at math than they are? You would just never say that. But because there's something with the pride and the ego when it comes to fighting in men, right? But when you actually train in fighting, when you actually train, you lose the ego a lot. And you just don't care about that like you do for people that don't fight. Mostly because you know that for the most part, you could probably beat like 99% of people in a fight. If it came down to it. But I hate hurting people. I think a lot of people also have never been in a fight and actually felt like what it's like to hurt somebody. And it's not a good feeling. It's actually a terrible feeling. But Bob, on the other hand, I could beat up Bob all day. Sorry, Bob. Oh, I actually survived that, huh? But I don't like to fight. Plus, I had a pretty gnarly head injury, so it's not smart for me to get into any activities that could actually cause me to concuss my brain anymore. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Genuinely a lover, not a fighter. Except for with Bob. I don't know, I do love to fight. But I don't like to actually fight. Does that make sense? Is that just weird? You did miss a minigame, Prof. You missed Kuma, and Kuma just had a lot of lag. Creator fighting is corny and lame. I agree with you. I agree. I've watched some and I think it's terrible. I think it is genuinely cringy. How do you even set this up? Electric conductive tape wired up to a device. Why fight in the first place? True men know when to leave before escalation. Well, you know me, I'm a big fucking Vinland Saga fan. And it just depends on what do you think makes a true warrior, right? Like, what do you think makes a true fighter? What does fighting really mean? What does being strong really mean? And children will think that being strong means beating somebody up. But it doesn't. Not at all. Being strong has everything to do with your character, your morals, your ability to do the right thing, even when the rest of the world is doing the wrong. Those are the things that make you a real fighter. Not martial arts, not boxing. And when you watch most of those people anyways, they're ridiculous. If you watch any of the build up to fights, they're just fucking literally like 8-year-old children that never grew out of adolescence. But the art of martial arts and the art of fighting, the style of it, is impeccable. It's beautiful. It's got so much history. It's a great workout. Martial arts in a big way is, as Bruce Lee said, it's the art of expressing the human body. It's not just fighting. And any person who's done martial arts or fighting, for the most part, understands that about it. That it isn't just about learning how to beat somebody up, but it's learning how to do an art and to express yourself through the art. And I want to preface this all by saying I love to spar. Sparring is one of the funnest things as a martial artist that you can ever do. It's essentially playing chess with another martial artist, right? Testing your style against their style, finding openings, creating feints, doing, parries, the whole nine. And I'll say this, it's always the loudest ones that think that they can fight and beat somebody's ass, and they'll just, they'll be the loudest one at a party. That's the one that you have to worry about the least. It's the loud idiots that you don't have to really worry about too much. If you're trained. If you're trained. Trust me, I've dealt with a couple loud idiots. And easiest exchange of hands that I've ever dealt with in my life. I think I don't make this? Yeah, fuck, man. She's been getting me good with this. I mean, it's just inevitable, Iker. It's just gonna be inevitable doing this, It's just part of it. I have to hit certain buttons, I have to have a certain stance to be on a DDR pad, And I'm still getting a hell of a workout and having a good time, No, I hear you. I totally hear you. Trust me, I have to explain that to people all the time. But it's a completely different world when I'm doing this versus when I'm sparring somebody. Right? It's not even like the same workout or practice. The only thing that carries over is the conditioning. Oh, did the redeems turn off? No. They're not off for concentration. Just everything is kind of jacked up at the dojo right now. Bro can't afford a controller. You're totally right. Because Bob costs $400. I think like one of my favorite ones is when chat goes like, yeah, no, you couldn't afford a real controller. Like, dude, this controller is altogether like $700. $600? $600? I wish I had that controller. It is awesome. I will say though, you're not wrong, and it does kind of concern me sometimes. Did no one see the guy in the corner? Who are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Will. Why did a horseman just run back there?
Huh? Huh?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I grew up doing Kempo karate. Oh, that's so annoying. I keep missing my back arrow, man. I've heard of, I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this right, but I have heard of Kyokushin. Is it Korean? Or is it Japanese? A cozy stream? I'm glad I could supply that for you. Hunter, welcome in. How we doing? It's going good. Thank you. Thank you. It's Japanese. Okay. That's right. It sounded Japanese. Alright, we're about to get to that point where I lock the fuck in, dude. We're almost there. Nigga, now!
It's
unbelievable, Stag. Welcome on in. Good to see you on Twitch.
I just had the best hair.
Have you beaten Promise Concert with Dawn? We did. I've asked a million times. I just want to know because last time I did beat PCR. I did get PCR user. Yes. It's done. We did it on level 1, by the way. Level 1 win. Melania is our last, and then we're going to Sekiro. Melania is our last, and then Sekiro's next. So we're almost through. I don't know why. There we go. God, I feel like I need one more monitor. I might have to take off the gi and go put on some shorts. I'm not gonna lie. I am fucking sweating, dude. Yeah, this is just my warm-up. This is my warm-up fit. It's time. It's time. Okay, I don't know if I have shorts up here. I could at least roll up my sweats. Oh. We're gonna just do this. We're just gonna do that. What did I just walk into? You walked into me stripping down. Things are getting crazy in here, okay? Crazy. Grilled salmon with lemon. Appreciate that follow on Twitch. Welcome in. That might be the best name I've ever seen. That might be the best name I've ever seen. Gotta show a little leg to get ahead. Yeah, that's my way of getting, you know, new follows. Right? Was it a coincidence that grilled salmon with lemon followed right when I started to show some leg? I don't know. You have to wonder, you have to raise an eyebrow. Is this what it's gonna cost me? Good luck, brother, appreciate that. Holy skill, appreciate that. Obama. Melania, best for last. Agreed. How do we look, Dojo? How's our fitness? Do I look? How am I looking? Just give it to me as it is. All right. Rolled up pants, views skyrocket. Just wait till I take the pants off. Jack, appreciate it. Great. Thank you. Key, 10 out of 10. 10. Why did I say that with a southern accent? 10 out of 10. I appreciate that. Start with the shirt. Way better than a month ago. Thank you, Stag. Thank you. All right. Okay. Now you want to know how we get the views. All right. Like that's what you're curious. How do we get the people? Start donating. Start doing all the right things. Well, first, what you've got to do is you've got to turn off two lights. All right. This light and this light. Then you turn this way, just like this, right? Because without the proper shading and shadowing, people don't really understand what's going on with your face. All right? And then what we do is just do 10 curls. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 4. Easy. 5. 6. You look pale like a vampire. 7. Right? And then on the last ones, you suffer a little bit. Go 8, and then on the way down, you go. You go 9. Okay? And then you let out a war scream on this one, a war scream. And then you just don't do anything on this. Don't do anything on this. Don't do anything on this. Don't do anything on. Do anything. I don't want anybody to say that you're a skinny little nerd again, okay? That it look like a 12-year-old girl throwing her very first punch. Because trust me, I've heard it. Alright, the lighting in here doesn't do me justice. Okay? Light work, of course. Me at the gym just screaming. 100%. Isn't usually what's going on. Yeah, something's weird. Strange is going on today. You'll have to admit though, right? Like, when I play with the lighting, all of a sudden you see the reality. Okay? People underestimate it. They don't know that I've been lifting and working my ass off for a while. Okay? People come in here and they make fun of me. And it hurts my feelings. And then I feel like I'm just a little skinny 14-year-old high schooler again, being made fun of. It never happened to me. I don't know why I'm saying that. That was not my childhood. Hey! Alright, Melania! I've been going easy on you all day long! Letting you get away with it, but the gi's off. The sweat bottoms are rolled up above the knees, may I add. Your reign of tyranny over my emotional state because I'm somewhat in love with you ends today. Bob is heavier. I gotta be careful with my wrists. That's 240 pounds of straight sand in his base. We're playing a different game today. Fuck! Don't clip that. Don't clip that. It looked bad. Sensei, you're looking sleek, my dude. Of course Sensei would want a date with the lady who can give God cancer. Of course. Of course. The goddess of Rob, baby. In love with who? Or what? In love with you. What's the game called? It's called Reincarnated as a Punching Dummy Controller. It's actually a brand new game that came out. Loneway, welcome in. It's called Zelda. It's called Sword Art Online. It's called Go Mama what? Anyways. Give us another oos. Okay, alright. Alright, let me give some good ooses on this one. See that? We don't do uwoos around here, we do oos. No uwoos in the dojo. You guys can, but me? What if I had a redeem that replaced every oos with an uwu, and I had to do that instead? And it was like 5,000 dojo points. Watch, I'll give you a little tester, a little sample. Ready? Ooh. Ooh. Hold on, that wasn't that great. Let me practice this. Ooh. I can't do it. Ooh. I'll kick ya! Boom! Oh, fuck. Misfire. I'm feeling good, baby. Let's dance. Commander, welcome in. This is the first day of this kind of Millennia fight. Kind of. Sort of. We're gonna say it is. Wait, are you level 1? I just saw the health bar. We are level 1. Could that water bottle be any smaller? Tangato, welcome in. Akurati, welcome in. Radon is dead. It's average. Well, you know, and I thought that was compensating. I guess I was wrong. The bottle is average sized. Alright. Let's do this. Park, welcome in. You played the whole game like this? The whole damn game just like this. I hate you, Melania. Enigmex. Engis? Engis. I'm all, hi, I'm new to Elden Ring. Just started streaming. Would love to have some friends' company. Maybe some people in chat will want to play. So this is what they mean by immersion it is. Prophet, welcome in. Been so long that I changed my profile picture, Sensei. Well, shit. I hope you're doing good. Good to see you in here. Oh my god, I hate her. I hate her. She's the worst. How do you go through the game menu? I just go to my mouse and key. What? Welcome on in, Xavier. How we doing? Next one is it. I like that attitude, Logan. How do you get to the mouse and key, though? I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong PC. And boom. And boom. I'm doing good, Xavier. Thanks for asking. Great physique, bro. You gotten slimmer? I think so, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that I had more of a stomach. I was watching a video back and it was definitely just like, you know, I had like a little baby inside me. And now it looks as if, I don't know, it looks, I think I've gotten more fit. You've seen your stream on my feed. This is awesome. Welcome on in. What do you mainly eat? What do you eat mainly to maintain? Well, okay, here's the thing. I do a lot of intermittent fasting. So on my days off of stream, I only eat dinner. Because I've been like trying to slim down. But now that I'm not getting so sore from Bob, I'm just lifting again. Right? Like when I started doing the punching dummy run, I was so sore after streams, I couldn't lift. I was just way too... I hate you. I was way too sore. But my body's adapted to this run so well. I feel like my distancing with that is just so much different. Cat is trying to say hi. She's pressing on the keyboard, looking at the screen, then at me. Hi, kitty. What's your cat's name, Key? Getting strong like the beast you are. You love to see it. Thank you, White Wolf. Thank you, thank you. You're fasting with Muslims this Ramadan. I did a mini version of that one time. Play Sekiro with the sword. We are. We're gonna do Sekiro with the sword literally next week. Mia or Mimi, she likes to watch videos with me. Hi, Mimi. Did anybody see the girl that they made? I don't know if this is what you're talking about, Merked, but she made a controller that can control her balance in real life. unreal. I'm dead. Wow, dude, she keeps getting me in really bad places. What the fuck you mean? This entire stream concept is unreal. I appreciate that, Big. Thank you, thank you. It's a crazy flurry. It's a rough one, Commander. This is more entertaining than I imagined. I appreciate that. Thank you, Brock. Welcome in, Lawrence. Welcome in, Salmon. Love the run. What's your max bench? People love to know my max bench. What is my max bench? It's been a while since I've been able to do it. So I kind of tweaked my shoulder doing this run, so it's been hard to bench. But typically I'll throw a 225 up for 5 reps. But I think the highest I've done is like anywhere from like 255 to 270. It's just been a while since I've done my max. But I want to say it was somewhere within that range. How low have you gotten her? Not too low. That's really good. Thank you, Stack. Strong, appreciate that, Dash. Not being modest, we need to get to 1,000 pounds. Thank you. It took me a really long time to be able to bench 225. Oh, I literally can't squat, Biggie. Because I have a herniated disc in my lower back. But back when I used to, I don't know. I think it was like 3 plates on each side, whatever that is, close to three plates. It was a good amount. I was a sprinter, so I had some pretty strong legs. But I can't risk putting that amount of weight on my back anymore. It sucks. I'm an old man, guys, if you didn't notice. I'm 32 with like fucking 50 injuries under my belt. 315 is 3 plays, correct, yes. Sorry about the disc, that sucks. It's okay, it's okay. Like, here's the thing, all things considered, I've torn both my hamstrings. I have torn my ACL and my meniscus. And I've herniated a disc in my lower spine. And look at me. You know? I could just be a complete cripple. But I would not allow for that to happen to me, so I just worked out. I said no. I literally refuse to be a cripple. Let me see if I can tighten this flyer up. I just keep getting misfires on this guy, huh? Kind of unfortunate. I don't really know if there's much I can do about it. The misfires are just really annoying. You know, what do I do about it? Is there like a pattern every third one? 1, 2, no. Maybe I just can't punch wrist hard? I don't know. A misfire on Melania, those death. Pickles, welcome on in. Good to see you on Twitch. Thank you to everybody over on Twitch for all the support. Appreciate all the love over here. The makey doesn't break. It's just a misfire from Bob getting hit so hard. But it's just very odd. I don't know what to do about it. Hope you're doing well, man. I appreciate that, Robert. Unfortunately, you cannot get a really close up on the wiring because all the wires are green. And they're all invisible. Except for the red ones. Punching too high, but the button is on the very, very top. So, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I just punched lower. Maybe you guys are right. That was the worst start that we've had all day. Welcome on in, Mert. Hope you're doing well. What am I watching? You're watching a punching dummy run on Elden Ring. You beat Constant Radon? I did. PSI, welcome in. Good to see you in here. I mean, that's what it could be, but I've also tried to negate that monster by taping every wire to be completely like unable to move. If that makes sense. I don't know if that would fix it, but damn. It just came to my screen randomly and I already say I need to respect this way you play the game. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. How'd you come up with this idea? I just had a punching dummy and I thought it'd be cool to punch bosses in Elden Ring. One day the punching dummy will be the only way to play FromSoft games. I know, even with weighing it down a lot heavier monster, it's still just, it moves a lot. Respect from Finland. What's up? How we doing? Much love to Finland. How are those mats key binded? They're just all wired up to a device that has different inputs on it. Why is Melania so tough? Because she is a hard boss and we are on rune level 1.
Dance with me on this students. I didn't see
How does the
their,
movement work? If you look at the upper part of the monitor or the
no, I
vertical,
wasn't
you can see
seeing
my
that.
feet.
I gotta go. Bye.
You can see that I am controlling the game with my feet at the ground. Anonymous, appreciate that gifted over on Twitch. And we've got like 800 and something subs right now on Twitch. I appreciate the gifted sub, Anonymous. Thank you so much for that support. Anonymous has just been, can we get some W's for Anonymous? Anonymous has just been such a like huge supporter over on Twitch. It's been unreal. Misfire? The fact they don't give a bigger opening after waterfowl is a design flaw! And I stand by that. Do you double tap? Do you double toe tap for roll? No, solar plexus. It's stomach. Stomach jab. Kuchin, welcome in. Good to see you over on Twitch. I am level 1. So yeah, to roll, stomach, 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 stomach. Attack, face, face, rib, rib, chest, chest. This looks beautiful. You are great. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Much love from TikTok right there. Thank you so much. I think they both did, probably.
Like
I think
a
everybody
tree,
did. Everybody
and
died on
move
this
your
boss a ton.
arms like a circle.
Hey, then find your balance.
I like to eat cake. What kind of cake are you talking about, monster? Holding the belly is sprint. Holding the belly is sprint, indeed. If I hold the belly, sprint. It's custom made, bleep. How do you walk? I have a DDR pad under my feet. You can see on the upper part of vertical. Does he look surprising or like Grandmaster? What's up with that? What are you talking about? No? That is so fucking lame. I hate her. What are dojo points for? Dojo points are for getting student of the month here at the dojo. And what does student of the month do? Why do you want to get student of the month? Follow me. The reason that you want to get dojo points is to get student of the month, and if you get student of the month, you get your picture in our trophy room here at the dojo, on top of which you get a custom dojo t-shirt with your name on it. How do you get dojo points, Sensei? Well, it's really simple. You first of all got to be on Twitch. That is where we have our coded dojo GPT that can give you dojo points. How do I get dojo points if I'm on Twitch? Sensei. Well, let me answer that for you. And also, yes, Metal is the one that is on the wall right now. You can do it by redeeming, by lurking, or by playing mini games. What's a mini game, Sensei? Well, I'm so glad you asked me. It is a custom-made character, driven experience, coded from the ground up, not supplied by Twitch, with a trackable point system for your participation. Can we see it, Sensei? Can I see what that is? Sure.
I bet some of you students think a bowl of cereal's real food. I'll teach you the true culinary arts. Don't forget, I'm the legendary horse chef, master of the blade.
It's time for Cooking with Kiba. Tackle between food A and food B. To throw ingredients to Kiba. Some throws will miss, so throw as many as you can. Each one that you land will give you extra dojo points.
Oh no! No! Yes! Yeah, there we go. Throw as many ingredients as you can, students, with food A and food B. Each ingredient you throw will give you dojo points. Oh, that's a lot of ingredients. Wow! Keep them coming, everybody. Cut that up. Slice that up. On it. You threw a good ingredient right there. Good job. Keep the ingredients coming. better make this game a little easier for you students who didn't even get a 1-star dish. Ah, well, it was a good try and you all got a lot of dojo points.
Great job, students. Here's the top 5. In 5th place, Dark Reaper 121,101. In 4th place, Sinister Goji. In 3rd place, Hippie Hippie. In 2nd place, the 69 Wraith. And finally, in 1st place, Turniper_Po_Bowler. Keep training, students. Remember, to earn dojo points and have a chance to be Student of the Month here at the dojo, you have to play the minigames over on Twitch. I'm sending you back to Sensei now. Dojo GPT out.
All right, check again. Check your points again. Did they go up at all? Appreciate that, Ahmed. Did they go up at all? Very little. They need to go up a lot more. It's not showing me. Yeah, the mini games are kind of designed to be the biggest thing for getting points, so we'll definitely need to do some adjustments. And my goodness, that was the laggiest experience I've ever seen on my PC. I don't know how it was for you guys, but it was pretty dreadful on my side. I'm not gonna lie. I had a hard time watching that. How was it on your end? Was it laggy? Because it was like actually, it wasn't awful. Fun. Good. Good. No lag on my end? Really? So it might just be my PC. That is great news if that's the case. It's like almost incomprehensible on mine. It was great on my end. Wow. I earned 15 points from it. That's actually fucking terrible. Okay, so I'm gonna make it so dojo point, like for mini games, give you the most. We'll try to get that set up for next week. Okay, but the big question is, okay, who in vertical is there? Who on vertical is there that just saw the mini game? I have a feeling that on TikTok, it may have looked bad. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it looked bad on vertical.
Take this. Wow.
I think TikTok is going to be the place that it looks the worst because I think it pulls exactly what I see. Fine on YouTube. Okay, good. I have a feeling it's going to be TikTok, which is fine.
My name is Kuma the Spirit Guardian, and I look over the dojo and its inhabitants. Now, students, it's time to train. Let's see if you can keep up with me. Wow!
Here's one thing for sure, everybody in the dojo, is that the redeems give you the proper amount of points, and I set those points. I set up what those points are. So those points give you a good amount. But really, like, theoretically, somebody said they got what, like, how many points did you say you got from the minigame? 15? Who said how many they got from the minigame right there? Can you say how many you got again?
I was in the middle of making a dish.
15 points. That's Literally, probably not even from the minigame. I don't think the minigame's giving you dojo points. I'll be honest. I only got 15 also. See, I think you guys just got 15 for being in chat. Because every so often you get points for just being here. I don't think the minigame is giving dojo points. I'll have to go back in the VOD and see how it looked. You are such an asshole, Melania. Oh my god. Sounds like the top 5 might have gotten points. I don't think so. But the top 5 should get more points. So like the way that I want it to be designed is that the top 5, like first place gets the most, second, third, fourth, fifth get like less, and that everybody else. Who's in the top 5? Is anybody able to know if they got points in the top 5? I got some when I was 3rd. I want to do something. I want to test one more. And then I have all the data that I need. And if this one breaks, Dojo, I apologize. Because this is the one I'm like the most questionable about. Okay, can everybody check their points and just take a note of what their points are at? So if you're over on Twitch and you've got Dojo points, go ahead and just check what your points are at and be like, okay, those are my points. We're gonna get this shit locked in and we're gonna get this working the way we want to make it work. Dude, that's so funny. TikTok was like, high computer load detected, learn how to reduce it. Exclamation dojo points. And then once you see your points, be like, those are how many points I have. Okay, you guys kind of have an idea of that? No space after the exclamation. It's just exclamation dojo points. Plus, appreciate the resub or the re-membership over on YouTube. Thank you. How we doing? Good to see you in here. All right, I think that's good enough. All right, let's run this one and see if everything breaks.
Welcome, students, to my domain. You feel it, don't you? That pressure air, weight in your bones. That's not fear, that's destiny, dragging me back to the place that tried to bury me. The door of Lend is my Nita, and I saw it. He knew, but he was afraid that I would tear down his precious order and reshape it in truth. Sensei, he wears his title like it was gifted, but it was stolen, and tonight, I will reclaim what was taken from me. Students, you will perish under the weight of my ferocity, just as your sensei will.
That one's broken as fuck. Good to know. All right, that is all I'm doing for mini games today. I'm so sorry, everybody. That's it. That's it. It literally can't be run with TikTok. TikTok just overloaded it. Kappa, welcome back. Literally flashbacks, like PTSD to the collab, dude. PTSD. So ferocity just fully doesn't work.
The only one banished
And now they're
here
gonna start
is
going
you,
in, just
you
like it did.
insolent machine.
So I think that prof was potentially
Now,
wrong.
let's see what you've got.
I think prof was potentially wrong about why it broke during the collab. In which case, you know? Go ahead, you guys can do your attacks. You'll get points. I should probably just end it, huh? Actually. So, because we're having issues with these mini games and we're on a like low-key partner push, I might not run these until we just get where we need to get. If I'm being honest, I don't want there to be hiccups in this. I just shut it down, by the way. I just turned it off. Danielle, dude, come on, play. You can just go. Goodbye. Next stream, I think until, I don't know. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, I love the idea of the minigames. There's been a lot of work put into them. I've, you know, bought all these assets and minigame, I bought all of these toggles for all of the VTuber models and the backgrounds and everything just for the minigames. But, I'm kind of just at the point where, like, I just don't have faith in them anymore, right? Like, I'm not in it anymore. After, I'm gonna stop myself there before I get on a tangent about it. But hopefully we get them figured out, you know? But unfortunately, like, there's like a level of confidence with these things that I think was a little misguided. And I just don't have the same faith and excitement about them as I used to. You know, it's kind of been destroyed. It's a working process. It's been a working process for over a year, right? So we'll see. We'll see. The biggest Fiera, welcome in. How we doing? Good luck today. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just kind of I appreciate that, Kubi. Yeah, it's rough, dude. It's rough. What's up, Regrets? Welcome in. And you know, maybe like this whole venture of doing these things is just never the path. Maybe there's other things I should have done. Well, the side characters will, the characters of the dojo will never go anywhere. That I can promise you, and that I will do literally everything I can do to lean into. But for me, it's just, you know, you have to understand, I'm a person who likes control. And when I don't have control over something, and it continues to have problems, even if I love the concept and I love the sentiment to death, trust me, I do. There's just a point where I have to go like, is this worth all the hours that will continue to go into this? And I just don't know. Like, I'm not done, I'm not abandoned them yet, but we're kind of treading, we're dancing with it big time. Dude, her range is just crazy. No, I'll turn it back on. That wasn't intentional. I love the redeems. Add-ons for streams get crazy, awesome and constant, but you'll pull your hair out and you kind of got to know how to code it yourself. I mean, I do agree with you. I do agree with you, for sure. It's a bummer because, you know, just a lot of time.
Oh, my love, dance with me on this fire. Oh, students, I didn't see you there.
There's plenty of other ways to involve the
wasn't
characters.
seeing. I
If
gotta
that's
go.
the path we end up
Bye.
going, there's like nothing to be concerned about. The mini games were always like meant to be a certain thing, and I just have to look back and see how they all ran. Every mini game on my end today ran terrible, but you guys are telling me it didn't, so you know. They are all custom, yes. Thank you for pointing that out, Reaper. I appreciate that, thank you.
Have you ever wondered why we always wear sunglasses at the dojo? It's because you would all fall in love with us if you had to stare into our eyes all day. I mean, just look at these golden days.
Good muscle memory drill for sure. We're gonna go back on TikTok and go live again. It's okay, I turned TikTok off manually because we were having such issues with the minigame and I had a feeling it was coming from there. So I turned it off. Yeah, and as for stream today, I just have no idea how long it's gonna be. I just don't know. I'm kind of like already at the end of my mental wits. For the day. W stream, I appreciate that, Jay. I just think there's like a level of just replanning that I have to do for certain dojo stuff. Really enjoyed my first time here. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I agree, Tech. I mean, I'm gonna like, I don't mean to be mean, Simba, but like sometimes the way that you guys say stuff, I'm just like, do you guys understand like how to be like sociably, like, mindful and courteous? Super awesome stream, been working and lurking. I appreciate that, Fit. Thank you, thank you. Simba, you're more than free to leave. I'm not holding you hostage. If me not making progress on the boss is a deal breaker for you, then, you know, go do your thing. I know you probably didn't mean it like that, but you have to understand that's really how, when you type something like that in that way, that's how it is. Just hands down. It's a rude thing to say. Trace, no, there's nothing. Like I said to people who are, you know, you can be hard on yourself for literally just doom scrolling and doing nothing with the day, but, you know, go do something then. Go do something. I don't know the context, it just doesn't look good. I mean, first of all, let me see what we're dealing with. You look like you're literally meant to still be in school, first of all. Okay.
I remember
not to be
when
mean.
I used to have
Or
arms
oh no,
and legs.
you probably just got out of school.
Now,
My thing would be,
don't have that
get off the phone,
anymore.
go do something, exercise, socialize. Trust me, there's more to life than just vertically scrolling through
Oh, hey
your
there,
YouTube.
pretty lady. Maybe me and you, a nice little stroll at the park. Maybe things will get a little spicy. Oh.
I was excited to see you play. Touch grass. Didn't mean to be rude. It's okay, Simba. Graces sound like they have thin skin. Just a little projecting, for sure. Rex, welcome in. How we doing? I'm not a streamer either. No, you're not. You are a doom scroller. Like I said, my advice would be, if you're gonna be like that in vertical, just be to get off your phone and do something. That's because right now the leaderboard is all-time highs instead of weekly highs. Trace, I've literally got nothing to say to you, brother. You came in here and were super just negative right off the rip with zero context. I've literally got nothing to say to you except I would get off your phone and do something with your life. If you wanted to vibe and be here, then you wouldn't have been an asshole. You don't get to just like 180 and be like, actually, huh, how do you do it? It's pretty interesting and cool. No, I'm good. We might have to put on something for stamina. This is wild, appreciate it. We made it off of Radon. We did get off of Radon. I love kickboxing and Dark Souls, but I never thought I would combine them. It's a pretty cool combination. What do you have like each button set as? Solar plexus is dodge. At my feet is the movement. Attack, 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 attack. The chest, face, ribs, attack. Super cool, appreciate it. I might have to, Bajorn. Love the stream, this is dope, appreciate Unique. What made you start this? Just wanted to do fitness combined with gaming for the most part. But I had a punching dummy and wanted to make it into a controller. The challenge is massive using dummy against Melania. So far, is she harder to beat than Radon? We already got Melania not on rune level 1. Or the most creative and fun way that I've seen someone play Elden Ring. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ricardo. I think kind of where I'm at with YouTube and TikTok is no, you're good, Commander. Don't worry about it. I think where I am with both of them is like, we'll obviously still continue to stream to them. But I was kind of at this place before, right? Where I was like, you know, it's just a lot of people who just want quick dopamine fixes. So half the comments are like, just start playing already, or this or that or this. And I think I'd rather just keep up with Twitch. It's all been just kind of my foundation, right? And super, super awesome. So I think when it comes to the other platforms, that they're just going to be out of mind, out of sight. And if that bothers them, they can always come to Twitch and watch us there. Prof, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm kind of at that point where I'm about to just I'm about to just give up on him, dude. TikTok is toxic. TikTok and YouTube vertical are both pretty bad. They're both pretty bad. Found the stream. A lot of people found the stream on YouTube and came over. Yes, I appreciate everybody who has. But yeah, it's just so shit on vertical. It's like there's just no way, right? Yeah, dude. They're just lag, breaking, not starting. I just don't know how I feel. I realized how bad YouTube was. It's wild. It's insane. it's different, right? Like, here's the thing, multi-streaming is great, but like when you're on TikTok and YouTube vertical, the reality is you're going to be getting a lot of like 11 and 12-year-olds, and to be honest, I'm kind of at that point where it's very toxic. I'm surprised, it's crazy. I'm kind of at that point where, like, first of all, it's just hard to keep up with 3 chats in general, especially when there's so many people on TikTok and YouTube. But third, or secondly, it's a different vibe. Like, I feel like I have to, like, you know, I like Twitch. Critical platforms can be horrendous at times. It's pretty bad. We did get Radon. Appreciate that, Nos. Thank you. Tell Plus if they come to Twitch, I'll be their subscription sugar daddy. I miss Plus. I know. I wish Plus was over on Twitch as well. Cooney, welcome and appreciate the 10-month streak. 22 months at the dojo. 2 months away from a black belt. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Cooney, how we doing, brother? What I'm kind of feeling, Dojo, is that we just pick this up tomorrow. And that I take the day to just, you know, I think so much energy kind of went into all the mini games and everything like that, and to just see them not working, and it just feels like so much wasted time in a way. TikTok, I love you guys. Goodbye.